Good afternoon, Facebook. What's going on? It's your girl Valencia, the Good Life Queen. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. I hope everybody woke up today to everything that they wanted. I hope that you're on your way to get everything that you need. I hope that, negativity surpasses you and you continue to just grow. And if you catch this on a replay, put hashtag replay. What's going on, Billy? I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I wanted to come on and see what's going on with y'all. It's Friday. Most people live for the weekend, so I'm sure people got some nice plans going on. What's going on, Aaron? What's going on, Mr. Crooks? What's up with y'all? You see the description that says "Do you know?" right? And most people probably trying to figure out what I'm talking about. And what's going on, Jose? I hope you're feeling better. What's going on, Mr. Alexander? Mr. Camacho, not Alexander Camacho. What's going on? You know, being informed, knowledge is key, guys. And the older you get, the more you learn that knowing what you need to know is what it's about. I think in our minds, we watch certain reality shows or TV and we grow up thinking that this is what we want because this is what we see, right? And your first perception of life could be what you were taught either from your family or, from things that you saw on TV, a movie. What's going on, Lamont? So we just continue to just grow from what we see, right? And from what we're being taught. And sometimes not knowing what you need to know in order to be successful is what holding you back, right? And I always tell people, right? I tell people all the time that or interact with me or join me or comment with me or even to my own kids. Like, you got to remember that success sometimes is not about what you know, it's who you know. It's sometimes you feel like it's all about who you are that makes you successful. And you have to learn to know who you are. Because at times before a certain age, you don't know who you are. So you can't be successful without even knowing who you are first, right? And it takes a little time, some time to put that together. And it takes some trials, it takes some failing, it takes you to be able to at least want to do something or start something so you can see how it finishes, to see if you are the failure or have you completed something or some type of success. You have to try. And most people think that they have to maybe when I graduate, maybe when I get certain age, maybe when I get 30, maybe when I get this, or maybe when I do this, or if I move, this is going to be it. But sometimes not even knowing who you are. What's going on, Terrence? What's going on, Cedric? What's up, Daquan? Without knowledge, you can't know. Sometimes, what people don't get, and what I'm learning is that success is about just one thing. It's about where you want to be in life. It's about the climb that takes you to get there. It's about the growth that it took you to get there. It's about the sacrifice that you made trying. What's going on, Jerome? It's about saying, you know what? You need to know what you don't know so you can know where you want to be. Does that make sense? You need to know what you don't know so you can know where you want to be. Because that's what it's about, right? We're all trying to reach a certain plateau, a certain level, a certain growth. And if you don't know what you don't know, how can you know you need to know it? Never turn away knowledge. Always continue to grow. Always grasp everything that you can from everybody. Sometimes it's like all 2019. What's going on, Stefan? I was actually aligned with a bunch of millionaires and I learned things that I never learned before. And I put myself in a position to where I never have to go back to anything that I've ever done. And as I told people all the time, I've been exposed to better. And once you get exposed to better, you don't go back. You continue to grow because that's what it's all about. It's about getting in line with people who's already doing it, getting the blueprint or getting the regiment and following it, sticking to it and actually pulling it through. And if you fail, you know what that means? You're trying, and that means you're going to keep doing it. And I tell people all the time, don't quit, revamp it. Maybe you need to turn it around, do something else, maybe say it a different way. Maybe, it's all a matter of presentation, branding. It's all a matter of applying and continuation and being consistent and having that mindset of growth. Because like I said, until you know what you need to know to grow, you don't know who you are. You need to have that understanding of what is going on. What's going on, Todd? If you don't have the knowledge to know what you need to know in order for you to grow, how do you know that you're growing? How do you know that you're not growing? So always take the opportunity to pick up that book, to read, to educate yourself, to get aligned with people who are actually winning. Because when you're trying certain things and you're not aligned, because I was watching this video one time with Eric Thomas, and he said when he sat down with Warren Buffett, he realized he was not the same person no more, and he realized he had all the knowledge he needed to learn to be where he needed to be. And that's because he got aligned with somebody who was already doing it and then some. And he realized that sometimes all it takes is being aligned. It's not so much about is what you are yourself. You yourself have to tell yourself every day that you are magnificent, you are wonderful, you are a winner, you affirm and manifest your day, because nothing happens without you doing that first. But also then you have to get aligned with people who's doing it. You have to take that blueprint, you have to take that knowledge, and you have to be consistent, and then you just grow. You grow by taking what you have and spinning it into something that's going to lead you to never having to pick up your phone, having your assistant answer the phone for you, to being able to work in your sleep and having income come in without you even doing anything, having to wake up to leads to a business or deposits that you didn't even know was coming, having to forget that it was payday, because today is Friday and I forgot I got paid, because I have multiple streams of income. So you forget sometimes the things that you already did are now reaping the benefits. So all the seeds that I planted last year in 2019 are now coming into fruition. All of the seeds that I watered, that I worked for, that I planted, that I kept going picking at, whether it seemed like I was growing or not. And sometimes just like a seed, when things are growing underground, we can't tell that it's growing. We don't see it until we see some fruit growing on a tree. So we thinking, oh, nothing is happening. I'm watering this tree. I'm watering it. I'm doing it. I'm promoting. I'm asking people to be in my business. I'm following up. I'm doing emails. I'm making phone calls. I'm doing everything, and I'm not reaping the rewards that I'm supposed to be. But you keep going. You keep going. And then on top of that, if you're doing it and you're not getting what you should, then get aligned with people that are. Don't let your pride get in the way with asking questions on how. How. Knowledge is key. So you need to know what you need to know where you want to be. That's what that's about. Sometimes all success really is getting the information that you need to know. And without knowing that you need that, because you're so stubborn and thinking, I know what I'm doing on my own, and you don't want to ask anybody because that pride is keeping you from growth. Don't let what you believe that you have already being done. And then on top of that, with that little bit of success, because you could see success, you could start making a couple of dollars. Oh, I made $1,000 this week. I made XYZ this week. That's not enough. Keep going. You don't have no time yet to congratulate and pat yourself on the back where you want to go out and celebrate. Take that $1,000 and spend more money to make more money. That's what that's about. Take the money that you make today, spend that money to invest in yourself, put it into your business, put it into some growth, put it into some verbiage where you're reading something or acquiring some type of knowledge. Get the information that you need to know so you can grow. That's what it's all about. I always like to hope that I provide value when I'm online, because what else are we here to do? If we're not using the platform to grow and to share with others so they can get the knowledge that they need to grow, if we're not helping people who come into our inboxes or on our pages who's asking for information besides looking for something from them, then you'll never grow. You're going to stay stagnant because you're worried about just the one thing. The more you help people, the more you'll grow. So anybody, if this resonate with you, take it in consideration. Pass it on to somebody else who may need it. But the main thing is get the knowledge. If this is the knowledge that you needed to understand, write it down. Go back, rewind it. Make it so that you understand that no matter what, knowledge is key. And as soon as I get aligned with people, as soon as I get the information, as soon as I get that blueprint, as soon as I take action and be consistent, then I will be able to know where I need to be, if that makes sense to anybody. And I just wanted to say, I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody is starting off their 2020 the way that they wanted to. All I can say is that I came into 2020 like I wanted to be. I came in with the affirmation that no matter what, nothing and nobody can stop me. And I'm making so much more money this month in January than I did in the last couple of months of 2019. And it's not because I wasn't being consistent. It's because I just turned over that information leaf a little bit different than I was. And I put a lot more things in perspective. And I started using that alignment. And I started reaching into that connection bag. And I started to pull out that if you need me card. You understand what I'm saying? So get the information you need to know by getting aligned with people who's already providing it. Get that information from people who's helping and that's giving it out. If you don't know what you need to know, you can't grow, guys. And that's all what the success is all about. If you don't know what you need to know, how would you grow? Real simple. So I appreciate you for tuning in. I just wanted to come on real quick and say that, because some people feel like they got it all because they made a couple of dollars or they made a sale. But at the same time, if you're still stagnant and doing the same thing over and over and over again, and there's no growth, if you're still doing the same thing that you was 6 months ago, whether it's on your job or in your business, you need to upgrade. You need to change. You need to get more information. You need to get more aligned with more people, and you need to figure out what it is you need to do to turn that over, to flip it, to double it, to have that residual income, to have that growth come in. So this way that you're not working forever. So this way that you're making money in your sleep. So this way that you're working smarter, not harder. For those people who are working a 9 to 5 and feel like you're comfortable and everything online is a scam, you're still confused about money. That's what scam stands for. And you're going to always continue to grow in the formation that you were taught, because you refuse to unlearn what you learned so you can learn what you need to know. You understand what I'm saying? We have to unlearn those old ways that's not getting us nowhere, that taught our grandparents and parents and uncles to work for 65 years before they say, okay, I'm retired, and still realize that whatever they thought they needed to retire on, they needed to triple and double. Think about it. Whatever you think you need to retire on, triple it and double it. Look at inflation. Look at the certain things that have changed in the last 10 years. Think about that. Think about what you need right now to live off of monthly. And will that be enough for you to sustain you in the next 20 years? I think not. Gas alone, the bare necessities. We're talking about housing, utilities, even just small, simple things. Even food has gone up. What you got to remember is you need to have multiple streams. You need to have something that's working while you're not. And you need to get aligned with people who are doing it. So this way that you can always stay in the loop. All right, guys? So I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a blessed Friday. Maybe I'll go back live again soon. I'm probably later on. I'm not sure. But have a great day, guys. Peace out.